Hey there, y'all. I'm his Big Bear Ron. I'm going through my mail. I get a great sense of pleasure out of all these credit offers I get. Everybody in the whole world is wanting to loan me money. I get about, oh gosh, I guess I get a dozen credit offers on any given week. And we're not talking about little teeny loans either. I mean, they're wanting to loan me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Can you believe that? Sometimes I get real mean, and if it has a postage paid envelope, I'll just seal it up empty, or I'll put one of their applications in it blank, and I'll just put it in the post office and send it back that way. I don't know if that does any good or not. Oh, me. But anyway, sometimes I don't even open them. I just... But anyway. There's been a curious question out there about how I got my username. It's really not all that unusual of a story, but there is a little bit of a story to it. When I'm referring to myself, I usually introduce myself as his Big Bear Ron. But when I make accounts out there, I label it my Big Bear Ron. That way, when my husband is emailing me or talking to me, he can see it from his point of view, my Big Bear Ron. And of course, he is my little bear. And I had never considered myself a bear. Now, in the gay and lesbian community, a bear is typically someone who real hairy all over and different sizes and shapes, and many times they're into lots of leather gear and I mean, I'm not down in anyone or even trying to poke fun. I've known many who were, you know, they were into that association, and it's cool with me. But anyway, I've never been associated with that, but when I went down to the Philippines for the first time, it was a result of having chatted with people online for well over a year, and I'd gotten to know, and I decided that I would pay a visit, and everybody there was inviting me to come down, and they wanted me to stay with them, and they wanted to feed me, and I said, look, I tell you what, I'll pay you, you know, what I would, instead of paying a hotel, I'd pay you, you know, and that's what I did. And of course, they didn't want the money so much, but I couldn't, you know, freeload off of anyone. So, you know, I try to think of ways to make it worthwhile. So it's cool with me. So I went down there, and that's when I met my husband. Then we were just chat buddies, and we went out to eat with other mutual friends, and we did some swimming and did some trekking and all of that. And the next thing you know, he's calling me Big Bear. Not really sure. I guess it might be the fact that size-wise, I am bigger than he is proportionally. I'm taller. I'm, you know, bigger built and all. And I wouldn't say that that's a typical thing between me and other Filipinos, because I've seen Filipinos all over that were my size and bigger, you know. So, you know, I don't think there is really, size-wise, I don't think there's anything typical of Filipinos. But anyway, But ever since the beginning of our romance, which we didn't begin the romantic part until months later, after a lot of discussion and exploring, and when we did, you know, everything, so much of what we do, we find little cute bears, you know, to add some reflection, I guess you could call it. I have given him lots of teddy bears. Anyway, but I've given him teddy bears in different colors, and he has a favorite among them. And anyway, and we call them our kids. So anyway, that's, I think you can gather from that how I got my username. He gave it to me, and I have, that's Jada down there making that dog growling noise. I think we're talking about bears. Come on. Do it. Let me show you Jada. That's Jada. You see Jada? There you go. Okay, there's Rita coming in here. Here comes Rita. There's Rita. Rita doesn't bark like Jada does. I mean, she does her little bark thing, but not often. But anyway, she has a kind of a higher pitched bark. But anyway, we're talking about my username. So I call him my little bear, and he calls me my big bear, and that's that. Anyway, so much for that. Have you had your coffee today? I go through, this is my third cup today. This is Saturday morning here, and it's a beautiful day outside. I get a kick out of watching the birds feeding off the feeders that I put out there, and I got a bird bath out there in the yard, and later on today I'm going to do some yard work, and I've seeded some grass and put out some flower seeds and stuff like that. Okay, I enjoy getting out in the sun, and it looks like I've gotten some good excuses to do it today. But anyway, I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're making it a good one. Fill it up with pleasant memories, and maybe you'll even make a video and tell us all about it. Take care. Bye.